Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Kids on Bikes. We are playing in our Hillbrook game. We are returning this week. We left our characters as they entered the library in the Carver Manor, about to discuss the prophecy that they heard, or the warning that was given to them through a dream in the theater. The message was, "The prospector is in danger. He is being hunted. The cougar is after him. She needs him to maintain her form, to keep time on her side. She is close. She will strike before All Hallows Eve. Protect him."
So, Trey, first off, what we were talking about earlier, it says him.
We're talking about this out of character?
Yeah, out of character. It says him.
Yeah, that kind of squashes that possible beef.
All right. So, what's in your study or your library? What's it look like?
My study kind of looks like if you were to go to a local library in the 80s and 90s, like there's like 2 or 4 like big tables. It almost kind of look like they could be billiard tables, and they have like a little lamp in the middle of them, and then walls covered. It's got like a little ladder that you can go around.
Right. I said I was playing on the ladder. Okay, that's where I'm at. I was trying to remember. Okay. I'm over there playing on the ladder.
Yeah.
Or Mikey, push me. Mikey,
then there's like a locked up section, maybe kind of closer to the back, of my parents' super important stuff, like the charter for the town whenever it was founded and kind of stuff like that. But I'm not allowed to look at it. Okay, this time for the Hillbrook Kids meeting. You interrupted church. What do you want to talk about? What's the plan?
I thought you had the plan.
I don't have you. I just said you guys could come and like if Mikey was really serious and really freaked out about it, I just said that we could come and talk about it. I don't have a plan. It sounds like some cougar wants me.
Right, we need to catch the cougar. How do we catch a cougar? Do we shoot it?
You want to shoot someone?
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess I didn't get the cougar thing like you did.
Are we talking about murder now, guys?
I guess not.
Mikey, like, this is your whole deal, buddy. What do you want to do about
Mikey,
it?
you're smart. How do we catch a cougar? Come on, this is your moment, Mikey. This is your moment. You got this.
I think we just got to sit down and figure out what the vision was about. You know what I mean? Like it's the prospector's in danger. He's being hunted.
Yeah.
And she needs him to maintain her form, to keep time on her side. She is close. She will strike before All Hallows Eve. Protect him.
Tess, you're a woman. How would you want to be enticed?
Yeah, Tess, what does it take you to keep your form?
Okay. First, is entice seriously? Okay. Look, but honestly, I don't think there's like gonna be some magically figuring out who this cougar is or the prospector. I mean, sitting here and like ruminating about it's not going to do anything. I think that we should just come up with like some kind of plan where we can keep in touch and be on the lookout. Because until we like see something, I don't understand how we're just going to magically figure out who this predator is.
Hang on just a second. I run upstairs and I grab a notebook and I come back downstairs, and the notebook has like lots of different like really like cheesy 80s horror stickers, and it's got like a piece of white tape on the front, and it's got a horror guide like written on it in Sharpie. I'm like, okay. So I'm not saying that I believe in this, but it is true.
We lost him.
I'm assuming that you in.
You're breaking up.
Figure out if it really is true.
Getting better. Try it now.
Okay. It really is. Yo.
Now all that came through. Want to try it again?
Bow wow wow you be.
Wow, you're really breaking up. That's a bummer.
Yeah, you were breaking up there. Do you want to try it?
This is frick. How about now?
That went through.
Okay. I'm just going to run with it. If it is true, then every horror movie has rules that they have to follow. And since you saw this vision in a horror movie, I'm going to assume that means that it's ominous and that this is a horror movie itself. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right, we're in a movie. That's what I said. That's like a sci-fi movie. I guess you could say horror movie.
So, obviously, I would be the prospector because it says him, and the local legend says that I'm a descendant. So we know that part. And I start like writing down stuff.
So you were saying something about the older lady. What's her name?
Yes. So there's a lady at our mom's Historical Preservation Society meetings. Her name is Mrs. Peterson.
Okay.
Lady's got the hot for me.
Oh, Cougar. As it just finally dawns on JD.
Prospector equals me.
So where does she live? Mikey, you know where she lives? Trey, or...
Well, you gonna go to her house?
Hey, you know where she lives? Well,
she has
if you're going to go fishing,
indicated-
you go to a pond, right? You're not going to catch fish in a desert?
DM, can I roll brains to see if I know what her job is?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't screw me, D4.
D4.
I got a 2.
Through lack of caring of hanging out in the social circles with your mom, you don't know what her job is.
Hey, what was the target? I have 4 adversity tokens. Could I use them?
It was going to be a 5.
Okay, I'll use all 4 so I can get a 6.
Okay.
Because the higher you get, the possible more knowledge you can get.
Right, the more above.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Good call.
Her job. So she's been a socialite for the last 4 years. Before that, she was married, and when her husband died, she got money from him passing. And once he passed, she basically just started to be the socialite life. So she currently doesn't have an actual career.
Okay. So, and I relay that to everybody. So guys, like this lady, she's a cougar and she's a socialite. She's just rich for the sake of being rich. Her husband died and she got loaded off of that. And she's always talking about there are going to be many opportunities, and I like wiggle my eyebrows, afforded to me if I stay on the right track.
Okay, so why would she want to kill you if she's rich and wants to sleep with you?
Well,
Okay.
hypothetically, if she is the cougar, that's a big if. The vision said that she needs him to keep time on her side. So maybe it would extend her life. That's like the one thing money can't buy much of, right? Is time.
Have you guys ever read any mummy stories?
Have we read what?
Have you guys ever read any stories about mummies?
Yeah.
Mummies suck the life out of their victims to make them young again.
Like, do witches do that too?
I mean, that's just one possible theory, but I mean, we're talking about she needs to this cougar needs the prospector to keep her form and for time to be on her side. It would make sense that she would need somebody younger and full of vitality to be able to suck the life force from it.
Okay, I get what y'all are saying. So, but if we want to like prove this, then we've got to get some evidence, because otherwise we're just accusing an old lady of being a potential murderer for no reason, right?
You got a point.
So let's catch her in the act.
I guess we could start, like, have a stakeout or something.
Well, where does she live, Trey? Do you know? Does Mikey know?
Did we invite a fifth kid here? No, I'm just messing around. We could, okay, so again, if this is true, and that's a big if, I am all for going and potentially getting hit on by a cougar. This lady she's like a fine wine, and she has gotten a lot nicer looking with age. So we could meet up tomorrow after school, and I could go to her house saying that I am trying to make sure that I'm ready for college, right? Asking for her help to make sure I get into the right college. You guys could sneak around. I could be a diversion, and you could look and see if maybe there's something in her house that would potentially indicate her being some sort of a life-sucking entity.
Well, what time is it now? We did church and then came here, right? And it's Sunday. Let's go to her house, and you could like offer to rake her yard or something. It's fall. The gardener. I feel like I seen that on a movie once.
Okay. Maybe this is a little too on the nose, but she's always hitting on you, right?
Yeah.
So
naturally.
Why don't you just like go over to her house and be like, I was in church and thinking about my future and being on the right path, and I just want to make sure I'm on the right path for those opportunities. Can we talk about it? Apparently she'd love to have you in her house, so.
You want me to go to this woman and say, hey, I got real horny at church.
Not exactly, but that's why I went with the like rake your leaves or like chores, like you help the neighborly widow, and then you just take your shirt off, and then Mikey sneak in the back door.
But if she tries to kill you, we'll be there.
Right.
I said that about being going after school because there would be plausible deniability in that. I think if I just show up willy-nilly on a Sunday out of nowhere, it'd be weird. But if I go after school, it would look like it made sense because I just left school. We were talking about college.
So why would she know it's like you needed for college, though?
Well, she could financially help me get into college.
You don't need financial help.
I know. Listen, I am God's gift to women in every shape, form, and fashion. I understand.
Well, then maybe you need to go be her gift.
Right. Go mow her lawn, man.
Okay, fine. Let's go now.
Well, here's the thing. We need an extraction plan. What's our backup plan if she comes after you? I mean, we're just going to pop up and say surprise? Like, what's our plan here?
Well, if she does, and she's a mummy, how do you kill a mummy? Or if she's a witch, how do you kill a witch?
Oh, man.
So
then I start furiously flipping through my notebook.
Holy water? You should have grabbed some from church.
We could throw her in a
crosses.
Stove. We could pour water on her. We could Her Grimoire, whatever her spell book is, we could burn it. The source of her power.
Right. So if we, so we need water. I got my slingshot in my backpack.
Oh, you guys could we could sneak out and you guys could tell Snooty or Smooty that I'm over there and send him to come get me.
What's old Smooty gonna do? I'm confused.
Well, that would kind of, if I am in danger, him coming to the door could potentially give me the break I need to spring free.
She's a socialite. Who cares about her social status? So if she thinks she's being like seen, she's probably not gonna do anything. Like we just need at least a little bit of evidence to be like,
Skyla's got a Polaroid camera. We could go over there and see if we could borrow it.
What about a video VHS recorder?
I know we have a couple, but I'm not sure where they are. We could find them.
Catch it on tape.
I think that's like the smart way to go, because then if something happens, all somebody has to do is like pop out and be like, "Look, we got it on video," and then run.
Or bring a mirror so see if she has a reflection.
So we think she's a vampire now.
Well,
that would make sense to keep
just in case. What other tricks can we do? Do you got anything? So you got to have her hold something silver. We'll use a mirror. Spill some holy water on her. And it might narrow down what it could be.
I've got
Shot to the head
walkie-talkies in my bag too.
What do you got?
I've got walkie-talkies, so we can split up in the house.
Okay. How many? We got me and you got separate walkie-talkies already. We've had those.
I've got 3.
So you could give them your other 2, and then we have 4.
Hey,
well, I can't have a walkie-talkie, but Tess can.
Yeah. Hey guys, y'all were talking about like keeping her form, like some kind of shapeshifter.
Maybe. So.
Like
a werewolf.
Like the Wendigo.
A were-cougar.
It wasn't that, like, I heard a rumor about that. Like
the were-cougar.
What's a wendigo? Is a were-cougar a wendigo? Just a different name?
No.
What's a wendigo? I thought a wendigo was a werewolf. Well, no, that's a lycanthrope.
Can I roll brains to see if I know about Wendigo?
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys see me like reach into my bag and pull out a separate notebook and like, this is gonna make a great plot for the story.
So JD's necklace, by the way, is silver.
21.
Narrator.
Huh?
This is silver.
Okay.
Just in case. Why not, right?
Okay. So what was the roll? You said 21?
21. I rolled a 12 and then a 9.
Nice.
Okay.
Gee whiz.
Well, a 12 would have succeeded. So you have a 12, so you beat it by 6. So the Wendigo is basically the more commonly known as Bigfoot. It's been rumored to be in multiple areas of the country. It's been rumored to be in Colorado, traveling throughout the forests. It's
Hang on just a second.
It's viewed as being threatening, but nobody ever really lives through attacks, and they never really have evidence of its true existence.
Okay, so so out of character. We're not going with the original rumor of it being a shapeshifter then. We're switching it to being more like a Bigfoot type thing.
That there's still the rumor that there's a skinwalker out there, which is different than a Wendigo.
I think you just mean on a level of commonality, we don't know much about it. It's similar to Bigfoot. Like no one really knows anything.
So for Skinwalker, so at least for the version of Skinwalkers that I have is they only hunt humans. They have to once they've killed a human, they're able to take that human shape, but they tend to avoid going into places. They tend to stay in the woods and kind of pick off the people, or is it? They tend to stay in the woods and only kind of get the people out in the woods away from people versus going into large areas to try to find people.
So out of character, I just
Native Americans believed that like Wendigos were shapeshifters, so I guess I was getting my wires crossed because like in some cultures Wendigos are shapeshifters.
Okay, yeah.
So out of character, I just bought these Cryptid Quest trading cards off of Etsy from somebody, and you guys were talking about Wendigo and Bigfoot, and it made me think of that. Just want to show them off. That was kind of cool. Weird how that happens.
So, plan A.
Okay, plan A. I'm going to go hit on Mrs. Peterson, and you guys are going to and try to get some evidence on her.
And not.
We gotta watch how we word me going to hit on a woman and you guys videoing it.
So you go get a makeup mirror or something from your sister and a piece of silver. You got silverware, right? You probably got silverware. You got.
I think I saw her when we were little. She had like a silver mirror that mom gave her that was like a family heirloom or something. I can go ask.
What if we just go check her house out without talking to her? Find ways into the house before we talk to her. That way we can find different ways that we could get in, different exit strategies if something were to go wrong.
I love breaking and entering, totally.
Listen, I really have my heart set on macking on this old lady now. And plus, that would like distract her to where you guys can find the exit strategies and stuff.
She'll let Trey into the house if he's alone. But
who is this Trey? My name is Tate Benson. I'm a 17-year-old popular jock. Sorry.
She'll let Tate into the house if he's alone. But if there's kids standing on the doorstep, she's not going to let everybody come in.
Right, we're going to have to sneak.
Well, she's not like a teen hater. I mean, like it's not like she's going to
true form. Her guard's going to be up because she'll know she's being watched. If she is alone, then she's more likely to show something.
Yeah. Okay, dude. But seriously, Tate can go in, and 5 minutes later, we can walk up and sneak in the back. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We're not going to learn anything now.
Maybe.
Why not?
Let's try it.
Well,
we'll try to peek in a window or something.
Well, I mean,
what can you, Trey? Can you put a walkie-talkie on? Have it just be on so we can just hear what's happening around you, and we won't talk to you, but we'll be able to hear you.
I could, or I could get like a tape recorder and just record the conversation.
Well, we want it live though, just in case.
That's a good point.
Maybe we could come up with like a safe word, and you could be like banana pancakes or something when things get bad.
Narrator, would I know when the next Historical Preservation Society meeting would be?
I would assume it's like a monthly thing.
I think he's muted. I thought he said Saturday. Are you muted?
Next Saturday.
Okay, so potentially if today doesn't work out and I live long enough, if all this is real, we could all sneak in the next time we know she's gone at the next meeting.
That's after Hallows Eve, though.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, that's a good point.
Before Hallows Eve, we can't wait that long. Then it'll be too late.
You should just go scope it out, man, and then you
should
wear a walkie-talkie so we can hear in case something gets crazy and we'll have to stay close. And then we'll come in and try to save you, just in case things get banana pancakes. Remember, safe word.
In case things get banana pancakes, and if it doesn't work, we could always sneak in at night when she's asleep.
If she sleeps, yeah.
If she sleeps, oh, JD, you got my mind racing, man.
As this conversation is going, the phone rings.
First, you're gonna go hit on an old lady, and then you want to video it, and then you want to sneak into her house in the middle of the night.
Hello.
You hear Van Smoot already talking. Yes, I will go get her for you. May I ask who's trying to reach out to Tess? and you hear a male voice on the line. This is Mr. Whitestone, her father. She was supposed to come over to our house after church, and she was able to bring her friends if they're there.
I hang up the phone. Tess, your dad just called.
Oh, yeah.
We were supposed to go slip and sliding.
Yeah,
platonically.
Maybe grease you up and maybe Miss Peterson would happen to drive by.
As you're saying this, there's a knock on the library door.
Yes, Smooty?
The door opens and Mr. Van Smoot steps in. It's like, Tess, your father is on the line for you. He would like to speak with you.
Oh, yes, thank you. Pick up the phone.
So are you saying it's Tate's dad or Smooty?
It's Tess's dad. Did I have the name wrong?
No, Smooty was at the door saying that Tess's dad is on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yep. Tess?
Hey, Dad.
Hi, I was expecting you home. Where are you at?
Oh, we just stopped by Tate's place for a minute. We were just making sure that everybody was on board with coming over and letting Tate grab his stuff. So we're just next door. We'll be home in a few.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you guys were coming over before I started to cook.
Yep. Okay, give me just 1 second. Cover.
All right.
Are we going?
Well, where does the lady live? Does the lady live near you?
She lives on the other side of town.
Do you have a phone book?
I mean, we have her address on file. We can go over there.
Cool. How close is that to Tess's?
Well, all of you guys live around each other except for JD.
Except for Mikey.
Except for Mikey. And she probably lives about 8 miles from you guys.
So we swing by Tess's to appease our dad.
Some food. I'm getting hungry.
We go do Operation Cougar Hunt.
Yes.
All right.
All right. Yeah, Dad, they're all coming. I just checked with everybody, and we'll get our stuff and head over in a minute.
Okay. I'll go ahead and start the burgers.
Yes, sir.
You hear
put my hand on Mikey's shoulder. Mikey, I know you're worried. I just want to tell you 2 things. One, I think this is all ridiculous, and I'm fixing to just I'm just going to go rub lotion on a really hot old lady. But if anything does go down, it's your fault. All right, let's go.
Wait, what? Oh, let's go. Backseat.
Okay. As you are leaving.
Next door. We can walk across the street.
Oh, right.
Right.
You guys go ahead. I'm going to let Smooty know that we're going to Tessa's, and then I'm going to go ask Skyla for that mirror.
Okay.
Right,
I guess we head on over to Tessa's dad for embers.
Okay.
Cold slip and slide.
Hold on. So I'm just re-looking at the stats to see what fits appropriately.
So far, possible theories. She's a mummy. She's a Wendigo. She's a vampire. She's a witch. She's a werewolf. She's a Bigfoot. She's a skinwalker.
You got to narrow down.
She's like a literal cougar in human's clothes.
Oh, I forgot to write down where cougar. You're right.
All right. As you guys are leaving, Tess, go ahead and make a brains roll.
Okay.
We'll say difficulty 8.
I think we're going to be fine.
Famous last words.
All right. I got a 19. So.
Okay. As you start to head out of the library, you look over to the side and you see a book that has, it stands out because it has a bright green cover on it. And it's titled From a Hill to Hillbrook, The Chester Copperpot Story, written by H.A. Howell.
Y'all, hey, I look over there at it for a second and just kind of go and pick it up.
Okay.
Hey guys, I think we should take this and look at it. Isn't this guy the literal prospector?
Yeah, I think that was on the plaque on the statue downtown near the museum.
So maybe the prospector is something literal, not.
Yeah, bring it. Let's look at it.
Isn't that Tate's book? If it's in his house?
Well, that's what I said. It's fine if I take it.
I wonder if he'd know. Have you ever read this book, Tate?
Tate has not seen it before. Okay.
Already looked through him.
Tate's interest in books is relatively low, so I doubt he read the book.
I'm selective.
Let's bring it. We'll look it up. We'll look it over while we're having lunch at Mr. Whitestone's house.
Okay. You head out. Mr. Van Smoot sees you take the book and is like, "Well, just make sure to return that."
I won't let Mikey touch it with greasy fingers.
Okay. He kind of ushers you out and escorts all of you to the back door. Since you live on the back side of, or the back of this house is up against the Whitestone house. So there's a spot where you guys can jump the fence to get over versus having to go all the way around.
So nice of Van Smoot to allow us to do this.
Okay. As you head out back of the Carver Estate, you see that they have their pool there. It's covered in, I don't know if they drain outdoor pools in the winter. I'd assume they do before the winter starts.
I think so. Otherwise, they just freeze. And in the spring,
and they do leaves right now too.
Yeah. So at this point, as you walk by the pool's been drained and is covered. You see the different decorations in the yard, and then they have a large grass field leading to their back fence. Behind the fence, you see the houses, or the row of houses behind them. The property for the Carver house is wide enough to cover five of the houses behind it.
Big house with lots of room.
One is the Whitestones. One is the Townsends. One is Skyless, and the other is currently for sale.
Oh, we found Mikey's next house.
My mom would never be able to afford a house in this neighborhood.
Okay,
all you do is ask Mikey. He's into old ladies anyways.
So are we crossing the street and going through your back gate?
Not crossing the street. Like they're literally gate to gate, back gate to back gate.
Oh, the back gates connect.
Yeah,
so on the back.
Okay, I get. I thought
there's an alley in between, but so
okay, because her backyard is up to my backyard, right? Because my tree house looks over into the backyard.
It'd be to the side.
We're next door neighbors. So
okay.
Yep.
So
our backyards are beside each other, but mine and Tate's backyards are like back to back.
Yep. So there's a fence along the back property that you're able to or at the back of the Carver Estate, they're able to step through. It has a small alley for like trash pickup before it gets to the next houses, and then all the houses has gates on the back for you to step through to go in. So you see the smoke coming up from the grill from the Whitestone yard, and you hear music playing, kind of 80s pop music is playing. As you see Jeff or Mr. Whitestone standing at the grill, and Mrs. Whitestone over sitting in like one of the lounge chairs under on the patio.
Okay.
As we go in there, I kind of like try to like hide behind somebody. I'm trying not to be in direct eye contact of her dad because of past things and whatnot. I don't look directly at him.
Okay.
I'm like, hey kid, I think he's over it.
As you step in, he's like, Tess, kids, come on in.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, we have the cooler here with different drinks for you. We've got the slip and slide set up. If you guys want to use that.
So, is it just us today, or it's just us, right?
It's just you guys. We were trying to do something nice for your new friends, since you're new at school and we haven't heard too much about your friends. We figured we'd give them opportunity for you to hang out more. And
Great. I'm glad you found perfect opportunity to intrude in my social life, Dad. Love you too.
well, we're just trying to help, dear. He kind of heads back inside to go get more food.
Okay, guys, let's look at this book. So I sit down and open up the book that we picked up.
Okay.
So do I notice anything, or can I make a roll to notice something?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a brains roll. So this will be difficulty 10.
I posted a picture of the way I understood the houses to be, as far as like the layout, to kind of make it clear in the Discord.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got signing on to the Discord. All right, what did you say the difficulty was? I wrote a 12.
Okay. So you succeed. So you're able to you start skimming through it and kind of speed reading through it. You're able to look through it, and it kind of tells his biography. So it tells that he came to Hillbrook from during the time when everyone was heading west to find gold. He came from St. Louis, or St. Louis was the port that he left to come here. When he got to this spot, he was digging in he was checking or looking in the mountain for gold, and he was able to find only a little bit. Shortly after, when he was thinking about moving on, he ran into a Indian who helped escort him around the mountain. Her name was Abekwa. She kind of helped him identify the town or helped navigate the town or navigate the mountain, kind of find the resources, find the trails on or in the mountain. And with her help, he was able to find more gold veins in the mountain. After that, more people came and he started the town of he's the founding person of the town of Hillbrook. After the town was founded, but before it was officially recognized, he was receiving a bunch of flack or grief for having a wife that was a savage. Right before the town was recognized as an official town, Abekwa disappeared under mysterious means. And within the next year, Chester Copperpot was married to a white lady of high social standing.
Hey.
It's kind of weird that he would just move on from his wife so fast.
Yeah.
Maybe the whole shapeshifter idea we had was right. Like, I don't know. I'm still thinking if it is a shapeshifter after the prospector, whoever that may be, maybe Tate, then, and they're talking about keeping time on their side, it's reasonable to think that they'd be old, right?
Well, not if they're in a different body.
No, I mean, I don't mean physically old. I mean, been around for a long time.
Yes.
So, what about if it's called? So, what about if this cougar knew the real prospector?
Like
I don't know if it even matters, but
if it's his wife, the original wife,
yeah,
the Indian
exactly.
girl, the Indian girl come back.
It's like, I mean, why not? Right? Like, I don't know. It's just a thought.
What
I guess we
happened
don't
to the
have to go
prospector?
on. What?
What happened to the prospector?
Yeah, continue reading. Did he live a long life?
Yeah, he
He
continued.
died married to the white lady. Who's the white lady?
He died married to the white lady. He lived to not a long life, but a reasonably long life for back then.
Well, maybe we could like find his wife's name and try to look her up in the library and see if she's like how she died.
What age were you fixing to say that he died at, by the way?
So I guess Colorado was kind of explored in the early 1800s. So town was probably found like 1830s, and he died probably about between 45 to 50.
Okay.
I'm at Skyless.
His wife's name was Dolores.
Dolores Cobblepot. And it doesn't say how she died or anything in the book.
No, once the book kind of stops once Chester passed away.
She's like a footnote.
So, like, what about if we like went to the library later and tried to look up how Dolores died, or if she died?
So, why you think it might be her, or the ex girlfriend?
Well, I
That maybe
mean, the way
wasn't
Mikey
planned.
said, the way Mikey was like, it was weird for her to move on, and we were talking about maybe it being a shapeshifter. What about if like the Indian girl was a shapeshifter? And
So, Indian girl took the form of the white lady.
yeah, so they wouldn't be getting all that like hate and stuff from the community.
It would be a way for her to let her husband live peacefully and stay with him.
Right.
I bet we could look at some newspaper articles on microfilm at the library, and maybe we can find something about Dolores there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Surely she would have had an obituary at some point.
I mean, should have been important too. I mean, the prospector's wife, that's still like a huge connection.
Yeah, she don't have a statue.
Hey, but just so we can connect these dots.
Well,
Wait,
where's
no.
Chester Copperpot buried?
And
He's buried in the main cemetery in town.
I feel like that's a place we should go. Look for his wife's grave. Then it skips the library, right? If there's no grave, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, but just because they were married doesn't mean they were buried together.
Yeah, it's worth a check, though. Well, that's another idea to throw on the list.
We could check it out.
Are those burgers done? Yeah, I'm getting hungry.
yeah, I'm sure they'll be ready in just a second. But just to connect these dots really quick, if Cobblepot's wife was the shapeshifter, and then the shapeshifter is Mr. Peterson, Mrs. Peterson, wouldn't that mean that Mrs. Peterson would be like Tate's great-great-grandmother trying to fuck him?
I guess, yeah, kind of. So maybe that's wrong.
And
So,
as
I know I'm not
out,
there, but you guess?
As that thought comes out, you hear, "Burgers are ready. Come over and eat." as Mr. Whitestone and Mrs. Whitestone, or Mr. Whitestone sets the food on the table, and Mrs. Whitestone goes in to get drinks.
I'm gonna. There's got to be like a gate between mine and her yard, right? Or like a plank that I can slip through or something.
You go out the back of her yard and then go over, and then
I want to run over to my house real quick.
Okay,
while everybody's getting food.
Before we do that, we will take our break. So I'll give everybody 5 minutes, and then we'll pick back up. So food is being brought over. as the food is being brought over, we see Mikey get up and leave.
Me, JD?
JD? JD, yes.
I'll just run over there real quick, and then I'll probably be gone for like 3 minutes, and then I'll be right back.
Okay. And over at the Skyla's house, Tate goes up. I'm assuming you have a key to the place. And
Yeah, I'm just going to knock on the door, see if she... Skyla! Skyla!
You get no response.
Skyla!
You look out front. You don't see your car there.
Oh, sweet. Okay, yeah, I just let myself in.
Okay.
Where'd he go? I go through her room and I start going through her little. She has like that classic like 80s like mirror thing over her desk where she like does her makeup and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just start opening the doors, going through it, and I'm looking to see do I need a roll to see if I can find what I'm looking for?
Yeah, that's what I was looking to see what it would be. So no one really fit.
Maybe grit to see if you continue searching.
I charm it. I just there you
go. Let's go charm. We'll go charm.
Oh, thank God.
Knowing how to prepare herself. So instead of knowing how to read people or understanding people, is there kind of understanding how her arrangement may be?
I got a 7.
7. And you were just trying to find a silver mirror?
Yeah.
Sure, you find it.
Okay, sweet. And then I just like throw everything off the desk and then I leave.
Okay. And then are you heading over to the Whitestones or?
Yes.
Okay. JD. We'll jump over to JD's house. See him run through the backyard through the sliding glass door.
Yeah.
Or I guess up to the sliding glass door, and then it has to knock to get someone's attention.
It's not unlocked?
You'll leave your back door unlocked.
I feel like I'm the one that leaves it unlocked all the time. It's Sunday. I figure Dad's sitting in the recliner watching his shows, and Mom's off painting in her art room.
You go up and try it, and it's locked, and so you knock on it, and then your dad comes over and unlocks it. Why are you coming through the back? You know we have a front door, right?
I was at Tess's, so shortcut.
Why are you at Tess's?
Barbecue?
She burning more stuff down?
Maybe. We'll see.
All right. Well, I might have to go out there and keep an eye on it then. He kind of opens the door and moves out of the way.
Just gonna slink past him back to my room.
Okay. All right. What are you looking for in your room?
I'm gonna go get Ozzy. Ozzy, my rat.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stuff him in my sweater pocket and then take off back to Tess's.
Okay.
That is metal.
As you head back over, you see your dad. He's stepped outside and he's over at the edge of the fence, looking into the Whitestones backyard. And you see him kind of just basically his head's right above it, and you just see him there watching as you run back over into the Whitestones yard and rejoin everybody at the dining table. About this time, Tate comes up holding a mirror in hand.
Yeah, just hop over the fence like it's nothing.
All right.
'Cause I'm a jock.
He does it in a much cooler manner.
Yeah. Got it.
All right. Well, the burger should still be warm for you guys. Well, sit on down and join us.
Hey, Mr. Whitestone.
He, as you sit down, he he goes around asking everybody if they want hot dogs or burgers, and kind of gets food. There, potato salad and chips out on the table for everybody to get their own. And after everybody makes their plate, Mrs. Whitestone steps inside to go get drinks. Mr. Whitestone's like, all right, when she returns, we'll say our prayer. I know we're just at church, but you should always say your prayer before you have your meal, and then we'll enjoy this fine day. And he kind of goes quiet and kind of like looks around the table.
Right. Well, I'm still getting my stuff. I'll get the rest of my stuff, maybe some chips and a couple carrots or something. Then I'm going to sit down and break a little piece off and secretly try to feed Ozzy a little something in my pocket.
Okay.
Mars is like at your back, sniffing you, like trying to jump up on your shoulders and stuff because he smells the freaking rat.
I'm gonna take a potato chip and hook it that way. See if the dog goes for it.
Kate notices the dog. He's like, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?"
As you get after you guys grab your food, Mrs. Whitestone comes out, and you see she has a tray with different drinks for everybody on it. She comes over and she hands Mr. Whitestone a Michelob. She hands Tate a beer bottle, and then she hands JD, Tess, and Mikey blue Kool-Aid, and she has a little glass of wine for her.
Wait,
like,
what did you hand Tate?
A beer bottle. It's like, don't worry, it's non-alcoholic. I'm sure next year when he goes to college, he'll have plenty of these to drink from.
Oh, I've never had this before. It's
You've never had the non-alcoholic version, I'm assuming?
I've never had. Okay, I just take a drink.
Okay. If you haven't had it before, then when you drink it, it probably doesn't taste very good. But depending on your taste of beer,
that is tasty.
As she takes her seat, and Mr. Whitestone kind of looks around, and like, who would like to lead the prayer? It's only right for a guest to do.
Tate would love to. He loves leading things.
Am I sitting next to Tess at this barbecue?
If you would like to.
I'm not saying I have to. I'm just curious.
I'm the opposite side of the table as the parents.
I picture it. Mr. Whitestone's at the head. Mrs. Whitestone's at the end. Then my guess would be JD and Mikey would sit on the same side, and then to leave Tess and Tate
so
be on the other.
Probably would sit by each other.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. I stand up. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the delicious non-alcoholic beverage and for new friends and to finding what we're looking for. As the old song says, some of us still haven't found it. Amen.
Amen. And everybody takes a drink, and Mr. Whitestone picks up the burger and starts to eat, and then you see Miss Whitestone follow suit, and you guys enjoy your meal.
I whisper to Tess, your dad is super intense.
Yeah, comes the job, I think.
Whoa.
Is he he's wearing his nice uniform, right? Or is he wearing like a Hawaiian shirt?
He's wearing like khaki shorts and like the white undershirt that they wear underneath their dress uniform. So
that would make sense.
He probably doesn't actually have like a Hawaiian shirt, so he just didn't put the dress shirt over it or the uniform over it.
So, Mr. Whitestone, how have you been settling into Hillbrook?
Oh, been keeping busy with the job. Glad to see that my daughter's made it or is enjoying the school here. We were kind of worried about how well she would be able to adapt and make friends with her being homeschooled for so long, but she's impressed us.
No, and then the social skill deficit is y'all.
As he like reaches over and kind of pats you on the shoulder.
Yeah, I just drink with each pat.
And Tate, I hear you're going to be off to college soon.
That's the plan.
Have you figured out what you're going for?
Well, no, not yet. Still trying to decide.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out by the time you go. But then he kind of looks over to Mikey and JD and says, "But remember, it's never too early to start thinking about it's never too early to start thinking about serving your country. You guys still got plenty of time. You might need haircuts to do it, but
Never.
He's recruiting y'all. That's great.
So, as this is going on, you see, or kind of after that, you see Mr. Whitestone kind of like turn in his chair, and as he does, you see Mr. Daytona kind of like duck behind the fence as he was watching them. And as he turns back, you see Mr. Daytona kind of come back up and like staring over where the barbecue's going. And you hear me yell, "Are you gonna put that out while you eat? That's a safety hazard."
I'm going to take a sip, and I stop and sip. And I go really loudly, and I look at Mrs. Whitestone. Can I have a Kool-Aid?
Sure, if that's not your taste, I can get you some.
Thank you, ma'am.
She steps inside, and Mr. Whitestone just ignores Mr. Daytona. And I'm like, JD, how come your father wants to keep controlling my yard?
He
Be cool. Be cool.
he thinks he's Smokey the Bear.
We're a ways away from forest here, so. Well,
Yeah, but not away from fire.
well, if you'd like to make him happy, do you want to go turn off the grill and grab the last?
Is it gas or charcoal?
It's gas.
Sure.
Okay.
Over there.
Okay, I was saying, is this some JD?
It's good, Dad. Go watch your shows. Matlock's on something.
Okay, keep it safe over there. And then he kind of heads back inside. You see Mr. Whitestone kind of shake his head and steps inside. Mr. Whitestone comes back out and refreshes your drinks and continues eating. So kids, what do you guys have planned for the day? Oh, well, of course, after using the stuff inside.
Oh, yeah. Do we have to?
What's the temperature right now?
It's like 72, 73.
Yeah, there's
For being
actually
almost Halloween. That's pretty warm.
Miss Whitestone. There's actually a lady in town, a little older lady that's a widow, that usually needs some help getting groceries or cleaning up her yard. And we actually thought that we might go and pay her a visit and see what we can do to help, if that's okay with you.
Well, that's very nice and responsible of you. I suppose we can keep this for, well, it's probably too. We probably won't have many more days that we can do this year, but we'll definitely do it next summer if we can't get it. If we can't have you back over again.
Well, I'm sure just the meal was fine.
Well, please enjoy it. There's plenty of left. If you want to take some home, you're welcome to. And kind of indirectly, she kind of looks over at Mikey, and kind of like puts some into a tray and say, "Here you go. If you want to take that with you."
Thank you, Mrs. Whitestone.
All right, and if you and if you or your mom need help, definitely let us know, and we'll try to see what we can do.
Thanks, Shipping.
She just know how to make us feel so special.
She finishes her food and steps inside. So now you guys are alone at the table.
All right, we ready to go yet, guys? I've already stuffed my face super fast. And I fed the rat.
They didn't seem to want anything, so I just did eat with them.
So that's a no on the slip side. I just want to make sure.
You want to slide?
I know, brr. It's 70 degrees.
I mean, it's a
That's like
side.
that's like a California winter almost, man. Oof.
I think you just wanted an excuse to take off your shirt at this point.
It has been a full 20 minutes.
Yeah, save that for Lady's house.
Okay, so yeah, let's go. Oh, by the way, I got the mirror. Did you guys want me to hold on to it, or?
Yeah, you need it. You gotta get her to hold it. First, look at her in it, and then see if she'll hold it for some reason. Somehow work that into your thing.
Yeah.
Ask you to hold it. Just ask her to hold it for you while you tie your shoes or something.
Yeah, there you go. First, you gotta look at her in it.
Why would you have a mirror with you when you go to see her, though? Wouldn't that be suspicious?
Just pull it out every once in a while and look at yourself.
Yeah, I pull out the mirror and I wave my hand through my hair. Have you seen me?
That'll work perfect. How far is her place? Do we want? I could grab Eddie, get my bike, and Mikey, your bike's still I think in my yard from last weekend.
Oh, you guys haven't seen it yet. Oh, I gotta show you. Come check it out.
It's about 6 miles to her house. So, after and Tate doesn't have the keys to the Suburban anymore, so you guys would have to bike it.
We could bike it. 6 miles on a bike isn't too bad.
I get you guys to follow me to the garage, and I open the door and I pedal out on the Omen. Beautiful, gorgeous black bike with a huge cage in the back that I think looks cool, but everybody else is just meh. What? This is the Omen.
Okay.
What? What's wrong with my bike?
I think the basket's cool. Was Mr. Ross around this time? I think it was, right? Dorothy and Toto. But it's Tate and what's your dog's name again?
Remus. Really?
All right, and then
this is
see the screen share.
But it's so big. It's you can hold so much stuff.
I like the idea of a dog better, but I guess.
I mean, I pedaled many a babes in this bike.
Let's go. Let's do this. We've got a long ride ahead of us.
I very aggravatedly get on the bike and start pedaling. I don't have to explain how I just keep muttering and I pedal towards the house.
Okay. Tess, as you go to grab your bike, Mr. Whitestone says, "Tess, how late are you going to be? Don't be as late as last night."
How late was last night?
You weren't in till 10:30. Mom said you had. Mom said you fell on the stairs.
Yes. Yeah. Mars knocked me down. I will be back before 10:30. Not as late as last night.
Before 9. Tonight's a school night, or tomorrow's the school day.
She's in safe hands, Mr. Whitestone.
Okay. And he waves everybody off. Everybody pedals away.
Okay.
I throw Black Sabbath in my tape deck that's connected to my bike, and I play War Pigs.
Okay. You guys are cruising down the road on your bikes with the music playing.
Get on your bikes and ride.
As you go across town, you pass. As you cross town, you drive by. We'll name it here. You guys drive past the diner where where Mrs. Townsend works at. Let me find her name.
Sarah.
Sarah Townsend's worked at. Well, what's the name of the diner she works at?
What do you call it whenever you got the dish and you try to get gold out of a river?
Panning?
Panning. Gold pan. Golden pancakes.
Uh,
The Nugget.
yeah, let's call it the Nugget. I like that.
Okay. So you guys drive by the Nugget restaurant. As you drive by, you see Sarah Townsend come out and say, Mikey, don't stay out too late. You got school tomorrow.
Okay, Mom, I'll be home later.
Okay. Love you. And she goes back inside.
I roll my eyes.
You guys keep driving down. You pass the arcade, the Silver Ball Arcade, and the movie theater where you were at previously. As you make your way across town, you get to you keep moving through town. You get to where they have kind of a high rise, but since it's a small town, it's not that tall. It's probably only about 8 stories, and with like penthouses up top, which is where Mrs. Peterson lives. As you pull up, they have a bellhop. No, not bellhop. The person who works, the doorman, down there.
So she lives in an apartment.
She lives in a penthouse in a.
Oh dang! How are we supposed to do her chores if she doesn't have a yard? We didn't think that through.
Well, we can always stake the place out now and come back later.
What's the name of the hotel?
Is it? It's not a hotel, right? It's like a.
It's like a condo. Yeah, it's like condos. So
condos.
Okay.
What floor does she live on?
She lives on the top floor.
Oh, top floor, no good.
Scared of height.
Guys, relax. I'll just go and she'll bless me in. No problem.
Well, let's like hide in the stairway on the 8th floor or something with the walkie-talkie open so that we're within a jog of the front door.
You may got a piece of tape.
I think. I'll test what you test. You got tape in your backpack?
Well, I mean, I have paper. I'm sure we could like fold it.
I feel like I have like the end of a duct tape roll that I every once in a while have to throw an extra piece of tape on the tape deck on my bike so it doesn't fall off because it's not connected very well.
Oh, I
Maybe I have a little piece of duct tape for you.
Mikey, toss me that walkie-talkie.
Here you go.
And I tape the talk button down, and I just throw it in my back pocket.
You better check it real quick, make sure it works.
Yeah, let's. Well, we're gonna go up. Are we heading up? Wait, I guess. Yeah, Mikey has the other one. So go walk away from us or something.
So before you can enter, you have to pass the bellhop or the door clerk.
Yeah, this is all outside, just making sure it's going to work.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
I hear you.
All right, I'll slip it in my back pocket.
Right. How do we get in the building?
If you guys hear me say banana pancakes, make a scene.
Will do.
I walk up to, and unless anyone else wants to do anything, I walk up to the
how are
door.
we gonna get past the bellhop guy?
You want? Why don't we walk around and see if we can find another way in?
Oh yeah, you go in the front, Tate, and then go to the stairway and let us in.
Sounds good.
Okay. You approach the door clerk, and he
Played by Matt Frewer.
Who?
I can Google him.
You see the name on his jacket is Kenny, and the name of the condominium is the Modest Palace.
Ooh, nice. Modest Palace. You guys cast me as a stenographer, so I am taking notes.
Okay. As you approach, he's good morning, or I guess good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great, Mr. Kinney. How are you doing?
Very well. What brings you to the palace today?
So, my mom is the head of the Historical Preservation Society, and she asked if I would come by to deliver a message to Miss Peterson, I think on the top floor, who's also a member. They're just trying to figure out the floral arrangement for the next meeting, and Mom doesn't have time to come herself, so she sent me.
Very well. Let me step inside and place the call to make sure she's available. And if she's okay with your presence, we'll direct you up there.
Yes, sir. Tell her I am here to follow up on one of those opportunities she mentioned.
Okay. He steps inside, and you see as he steps inside, the door closes, and you see him go over and pick up a phone and kind of start talking. After probably takes about 2-3 minutes, he comes back over and it's like, Mrs. Peterson is in and is willing to receive you. Please follow me.
And fantastic. And as he leads me, I turn around and I blow on my fingers and wipe them on my shirt for the guys to see, and head on inside.
Okay. He takes you over he escorts you over to the elevator, and kind of gestures you in. So she's on the 8th floor. Once you're on there, head to the right, and it'll be the second door.
Thank you, Mr. Kinney. You're a good man.
Mm-hmm. And he, as the doors close, he goes back up to the front, to where he was previously. As the elevator starts to rise, what's going on outside?
Is he supposed to? You're supposed to be opening the side door at the bottom of the stairs for us, right?
Is there a fire escape on this building? Like outside, the metal stairs outside of the building?
They do not. They don't, because it would look tacky. They have the stair. They have the extra set of stairs next to the basically running parallel with the elevator, and then they have 2 fire exits out back on the base floor.
Let's go check the fire exits and see if the doors are open.
Could we retcon and say that would Mr. Kinney see me if I were to walk around?
Yeah, because he basically ushered you directly to the elevator.
Okay. Could I go up a floor and then stop and then go back down?
Yeah. You can. You could stop it. It's have to go all the way up to the 8th floor and then come back down to take you to the bottom.
Okay. I guess I'll ride the floor to the 8th and then go back down.
Okay.
So like the 2nd and then come down the stairs?
Yes. I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So it takes a while, but eventually you get to, after your long elevator ride with probably 70s music, 70s soft 70s disco music playing.
For sure, it's not Kenny G.
I was loving you. Thanks for loving me.
But you make it back down to the second floor, step out, and go over to the fire escape stairs, and you're able to head down. When you get to the doors, you can see that they are hooked up to the fire system.
Huh.
So what does that mean? Alarm if he opens it?
Yeah.
Am I smart enough? Could I roll to see if I'm smart enough to know how to temporarily disable this without ruining it?
You can. It will be a brains roll. And
I am not touching it. I'm trying to see if I can figure it out before I touch it.
Yep. Well, without touching it, it'll make it harder. So to figure out how to open the door without setting off the alarm, it'll be a 13.
Please let me explode 3 times.
3 times?
That's 1. That's 2. Oh wait, that one fell out of the dice tray. That doesn't count. That's twice.
That's 8.
That's a 9.
Okay.
I'll take my adversity token.
Like that.
Shouldn't have touched it.
All right. So you take a look at it, and with your limited knowledge of the fire system, you don't know how to do it.
Can you try again, this time touching?
Okay, next question.
So we're still sitting outside the stairwell door, just wondering what's going on.
Could I roll a flight check to see if I could open the door and get back to the elevator before anyone notices that I opened it?
So you're going to open the door, set off the alarm, run back into the elevator?
Yeah, but if it out of game, that's gonna like make everybody leave the building.
Mm-hmm. So yes, you can try.
Gosh. What do I do?
Can we get something? I don't know. Would your character continue on with the plan? I guess we can hear you talking.
Yeah, you could.
What are you saying to us? Right
Perfect. I can tell you guys because I have the walkie-talkie.
Right.
Guys, I'm not going to take the tape off for you to comment. There's a fire alarm, so if I open the door, plan is screwed. I'm just going to go in and hope for the best.
Oh man, don't go! Wait, he can't hear us. Don't go.
Listen for banana pancake, okay?
No. We got to come up with a new plan, guys. He can't hear us, can
We're
he?
gonna find another way in the building.
Let's
Would I
just
be able
go.
to hear
He forgot something. Let's go to the door.
Okay, so I go back up to the 8th floor. I go back up to the 8th floor.
Okay.
We should give him a few minutes. Like, at least, like, if we've got to interrupt, let's give him a second.
We need to find a way in. I mean, it's all the way on the top floor.
Let's just go in and tell the guy that he left his wallet in the car and we're supposed to bring it to him.
Hey guys, if you can still hear me since I'm in the elevator by myself, you could always say that I have asthma and I left my inhaler. It's stupid, but it's something. It sounds legit.
What do you think, guys? Think that can get the 3? Maybe Tess, you could talk to the guy and get us up there?
So Tess is going to flirt with this 50-year-old man?
Didn't that kind of work at the museum?
He wasn't 50. He was like 17.
See, at the
So
museum.
you're okay with Kate getting eaten by a Wendigo witch cougar wolf thing, huh?
So you're just assuming that the doorman's.
He's in his mid-30s. He's in his mid-30s, not his 50s. But
Well, in that case.
Okay, well, when he gets eaten,
I have to recast the doorman. I chose an old butt man.
oh,
It's Chandler from Friends.
It's Matthew freaking Perry. Could I be any more late?
Okay, well, the elevator's continuing to go up as you guys discuss the plan.
All right, what's the plan? How are you going to get us in there, Tess?
I'm feeling like we should give them a few minutes. If we just go in there right away, they're gonna.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Is she the only person that lives on the 8th floor?
No.
It's penthouse. It's probably like, I don't know, 10 at least. Depending on how big the building is.
So why don't we just like say we're doing a delivery to somebody else?
What are we delivering?
I don't know. Let's go drop some flowers.
Do I look like I'm delivering something? I don't think I'm not delivering anything.
You're the music guy. We'll say it's a singing telegram. Mike can do the singing. I got the flowers, and you got the music. There we go.
All right. As they're talking downstairs, the elevator opens to the 8th floor.
Take out the mirror, and I just kind of
Tape pimps himself and starts to head over. As he goes over and knocks on the door, we'll cut back downstairs to see if they've had any thoughts.
You guys want to do?
All right, you lead the way.
I can see it in your eyes.
We're a songogram group, and we're going to the same place. Mrs. What her names?
Well, it doesn't have to be Mrs. What her names. It just has to be on the 8th floor. We can say we just have the address.
Okay, you talk.
It don't have to be Mrs. Butterworth.
I vote Tess talks. Mikey, come on. Mikey, raise your hand.
Yeah, that works. Tess, lead the way.
2 out of 3. Haha, you got Daytona'd.
Fuck you. Okay. Let's go with the thing that we got a singing telegram that we're doing for somebody, and what's the addresses? What he said the address was. Is it like 801 through 810?
I don't know. Look at the mailbox.
The mailboxes are on the inside of the inside.
When we get up to the desk, look at the mailbox.
All right.
Just go with like 402 because we know there's a 4th floor and there's got to be a room 2 on the 4th floor.
But then there'd be like, why are we going to the 8th floor?
We'll just take the elevator to the 8th floor.
Yeah, there's just buttons, right? We could press 1. We could press 4, and then when we get in, we press, and the door closes, we press 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll never know.
Okay.
All right, get us in there. We follow you to the door.
So go in and go to people, try to get in. Push the button.
I'm gonna love this.
All right. So you approach Kenny, standing outside of the modest palace. As you approach,
Get it, Tess.
Good afternoon, lady. How may I help you?
Hi. Yeah. I'm here because we need to go to apartment 402.
402?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. And who's the resident of that apartment?
Honestly, I'm not quite sure. You see, we've been hired to go and do a singing telegram for the resident. It's supposed to be a surprise, and they just told us what song to perform.
What song are you performing?
I'm going to sing.
I'm not a singer. That would be Mikey.
I'm singing Love Me Tender by Elvis Presley.
Nice.
Okay. That's classic. Let me... one sec.
Sounds like a charm roll.
Could you be any more obvious?
You know, sir, if you don't mind, I'd prefer you didn't alert the resident that we're here because this is a surprise. If you tell them someone's downstairs, it'll kind of dampen the moment for us.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, you open the door, and I'm the face, so I give them the kind of nice little introduction, and I move off to the side, and he starts singing, and we've got JD, and he's the one that plays the music, and this whole ordeal is supposed to be kind of special.
All right. Mikey, go ahead and make a charm check. It's going to be a difficulty of 12.
Okay, I rolled a 10, and I have 8 adversity tokens, so I'm going to use 5 of them.
Okay.
For 15.
You said to get it at 15?
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, well, oops, where we go? I'm sure Miss Salazar will love that. Please. He kind of gestures over towards the elevator.
402, Mrs. Salazar?
Yep.
So we go in and push the 4th floor button.
Miss Amelia Salazar. Okay. You press the 4th button for the 4th floor and start to head up.
Right, I pressed the 8th one.
As the door closes, we'll cut back. Well, we will cut back up to Tate. But before we do, let me pause it for 1 sec. We rejoin Tate as the door opens, and Miss Peterson is standing behind it. Tate, it's good to see you. Wasn't expecting you. Is everything okay?
Yes. How are you, Miss Peterson?
Well, I'm well. What brings you over?
You know, I've been thinking long and hard about my future and the opportunities afforded to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought maybe we could have a conversation about that, since you keep indicating that you may or may not have some jobs for me to do or other things of that nature.
Sure. Come on in. I wasn't ready for this, but we can talk briefly.
Okay, sure. Do you have plans? I'm so sorry. I didn't even think to ask.
I have a gentleman who will be here shortly, but as long as it's brief, we should be able to talk.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
She kind of lets you in, kind of push or ushers you over to the couch.
Sure. So I really just wanted to know what you had in mind.
Well, I don't know if your mother has told you, but once you are of age and you have finished your college, that you will become the de facto leader of the historical society, which will bring on different responsibilities and different benefits.
Oh, okay. Absolutely. I kind of figured that would go to Skyla, but sure, I can handle anything you want to throw at me.
As with the historical society, they tend to have kind of more historical views, where the eldest son of the current leader would maintain that title. So the title is actually your father's right now, but since he's away on business, your mother fills in that role.
Well, you know, I'm ready to take it on the chin, whatever I need to take.
All right. Well, then so with filling this position, have you given thought to what career or what schools or what classes you'd be taking at when you go off to college next year?
Well, and I kind of hold out the mirror and I say, could you hold this for just a second?
She kind of looks puzzled. Go ahead and make a charm check. It'll just be a difficulty of 6.
That is an 18.
Okay. She's like, sure. And kind of like, she picks it up and you see her kind of look into the mirror and how your position, because your role was good, and how you're positioned, you see her reflection in it.
And I kind of just like stretch a little bit and I lean back and I say, well, I've always had a knack for human anatomy.
Well, the historical society doesn't have a strong need for human anatomy, but need to say state history would be very important. Political science would be very good.
I kind of look to the side, like to the camera, if there was a camera, and I'm like, hey. Well, political science sounds fun too. As long as I can have some one-on-one time with my society members.
Of course. Once you're in charge, you're more than welcome to schedule one-on-one times with to talk about different topics or different issues amongst the group. Was there any other questions you had?
No,
Are we out of the? Are we on the 8th floor yet?
You guys get to, or it's you guys are in the elevator. It stops at the 4th floor, and you see a couple standing out front. Because it just has one elevator in the building, and as the door opens, like, are you guys going down now or still going up?
I'm gonna kind of get in the doorway and be like, "Oh, we messed up. We got to go up."
Okay. There's room. And
you don't want to hear it, man. This guy really he farted really bad. Like, trust me, you don't want to. We should let it air out a minute.
Go ahead and make a charm check. Difficulty 5.
I got a 3, and I will use 3 of my 3 tokens, so that would be a 6.
Okay. Like, well, in that case, we'll wait for it to come back down. And they kind of like step back, and they all look over at Mikey, kind of judgingly.
I just kind of smile and shrug. And the door closes.
The door closes.
Mikey, good job.
They go back up, continue up to the 8th floor. Tate. So she asked, is there any other questions that you wanted to talk about at this time?
No, I was just curious as to what was going on. I'm sorry to bother you. I should have called first. Do you mind if I use your restroom before I leave?
No, by all means. She kind of stands up and she's like, if you go down the hall, it'll be the second door on the left.
Thank you. And I go to the restroom, or I look like I'm going to the restroom, and then all of a sudden, as she turns away, I kind of like spin around and look into her room, or what I presume to be her room.
Okay. All right. You see a very well decorated room. Has a large bed, large dresser. It has like one of the, not a mannequin stand, but like at the torso that has like the dress jacket for the historical society on it, that has like its pens on there, so as to make sure it doesn't get wrinkled. Very elaborate room.
I just look at the bed and I say, such a shame, and then I go use the bathroom.
All right. You step into her bathroom and you looking through, you notice a lot of the same names of high-end beauty supplies that Skyla has in her bathroom. So you can tell from being well off that she typically only buys the best.
Can I roll a grit roll to see if I can take a whiz?
Sure.
Okay, I don't think I've rolled this yet.
You're just too nervous?
Or just to see if I really have to.
I don't think you've gone since before church, so it's probably
That's a 3.
First 3. Sure, we'll let you go.
Okay, I was gonna say stage fright.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well,
you guys, he didn't take off the tape. We have to hear this.
You guys hear him?
It dawns on me. It dawns on me that
come on, man. Oh, dude.
It dawns on me that the walkie-talkie's in my back pocket, and as I pull up my pants, I'm like,
does it? Isn't that a brains roll?
Oh, I mean, I will if you want me to, DM.
Sure.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe you forgot completely, spaced it.
We'll say it'll just be a 3.
I got a 3 exactly.
Okay. So as you start and you kind of let down your pants because of the weight of the walkie-talkie, it falls a lot quicker than normal to indicate that you have that still.
I go ahead and pee fully knowing that the walkie-talkie is there. Then and I pull up. And as I pull up and I like do my belt and everything, I pick up the walkie-talkie and I'm like,
Oh my god.
it's not her, and I feel like an idiot.
We don't know that yet.
You guys suck.
No.
And I leave. I tell her, oh, thank you so much.
Are we at the 8th floor yet?
Yeah, you guys get up to the 8th floor. As Tate leaves the bathroom, Miss Peterson kind of greets him on the way to the door and as well.
I want to go up and knock on the door. Can we get there?
Sure. As Miss Peterson's like, well, if you have more questions, you can come to me. I don't know how forthcoming your mom will be. She wants you to be kind of ready for the role before knowing more about it. So if you can keep this between us, I'd appreciate it. And
no, I understand.
As that finishes, the door knocks. She's like, well, he's early. Kind of steps over to the door and opens it up. Who does she see?
Me.
Hello?
Hi, I'm friends with Tate here. We were just waiting for him, and then I'm so thirsty. Can I possibly get a glass of water, please?
You brought company to ask questions?
No, I'm sorry. I was on my way to their house. I tutor them after, on Sunday sometimes for school, and I guess that they got tired of waiting on me. And I mentioned that I was going to come by here, so we'll just go ahead and leave. We'll get out of your hair.
It's just a little glass of water, please. Just.
And that's like making big eyes at JD, like.
Sure. If you wait in the hallway, I'll bring you a fresh bottle of Avion. And
thanks.
She kind of ushers Tate out, closes the door, and then you hear her walk away inside.
What are you doing? It's not her.
Well, you got spilled water on her.
Okay, then you do it.
That's the plan. If she starts to melt, she's a witch, right?
I put all my best moves. Nothing.
That's your best moves? We heard all that.
She comes back and opens the door.
Okay, we heard everything.
And hands you a closed bottle of Avion water. Here you go.
I crack it open and I go, thank you. Oh.
She immediately jumps back and Tate, when you become of age, you will definitely need to rethink your friends.
Did it spill on her?
I'm so sorry, Miss Peterson.
It spilled on her, mainly on her clothes, but she doesn't burn.
Sorry,
I'm so sorry.
I'm a little bit reckless. Let me,
and I just start taking on my shirt. Like, here, do you want?
She's closed the door.
I tried.
Oh my gosh.
She's not a witch. She's not a vampire. She can touch silver.
I yell, and she's not interested. And I go back to the elevator.
She's not interested. You got shot down. You're terrible with women. You made us listen to you pee. It's just been a real fail for you today, Tate. I thought you were King Tate.
I don't want to talk about it.
You guys head down to hop back in the elevator and start heading down. As it plays, as it continues to play elevator music, you guys get down to the bottom floor. In the case, unless there's anything you want to do, I'm assuming you guys are exiting the building.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come up with another plan. I feel like we could check that person off the list.
Okay.
Another plan, dude. We just wasted our entire day going on a rabbit face because you were.
As you are leaving, Tate, go ahead and make a brains roll. Difficulty will be 7.
We gotta explode.
Oh, frick. Okay. So I got a 2. And I only have 1 adversity token, so I guess I'm taking another one.
Okay.
Well,
As you guys pass Kenny leaving it,
can we use adversity tokens to help him?
uh
Because I have loyal, and I give 2 for the price of 1.
So because this will be recognizing somebody that you probably wouldn't normally recognize. Sure, we'll let you do it.
So he has a 2.
Yeah.
The difficulty 7.
Yep.
I have 1 token, so I get up to 3. If you give me 2, that would give me a 7.
Okay. I'll do it.
So I get right at 7.
Okay. So as what sports then does Mikey watch?
I'm sorry, what was the question? I couldn't hear you.
What sports does Mikey watch?
I probably watch football, maybe hockey.
Okay. As you guys are passing by, or you guys pass Kenny, and as you pass Kenny, you see a younger gentleman walk by, and walk up to Kenny and say, and he's like, "Hey, Kenny, I'm here for Mrs. Peterson," and he's like, "Oh, Ethan, please come in." And Mikey, since you are helping out there, because you were into sports is the only reason why you recognize this person. He was a senior when Tate was a freshman at high school, so he didn't see him very much, but he was at the same school. But he was on the football team. He was he was the tight end on the team, and you see him going in there and going up to Miss Peterson's room.
Hey, you guys. He's kind of young, right? Like, not that much older than you, Tate.
Maybe she's not that she wasn't interested.
Should we try to follow?
He was a tight end on the football team a few years ago. I remember watching the game.
Wait, guys, I have an idea. It's probably too late. If only we had left that walkie-talkie in her living room, then we could hear what's going on.
That would have been a great idea.
Yeah, it would have been.
Tate, did you forget something in the bathroom?
I'm not going back up there, guys. It was humiliating. I walk in so much shame.
But Tate, we'll distract that guy.
You don't understand, Tess. My looks failed me.
I won't even.
Just say you left something in the bathroom.
Maybe we can find out it wasn't your looks. We can exonerate your looks. It was the fact that she already had plans.
Just say that you forgot something in the bathroom, and then we can plant the radio and listen.
And we'll distract the other guy until you're done.
Right, Mikey. You could say you recognize him, right? And that something. You could come up with something.
I think Tate's already got an in. He's been in the room already. He's got a reason to go back.
Just do it, Tate. Show us why you're the king, man. Show us.
Fine.
Yeah, we're talking about this. Okay, you got it, Tate. You got it.
You got this, man. Just plant the radio, and then come right back out, and then we'll listen in.
Excuse me, Mr. Kinney. I hate to bother you again, but I left my inhaler in the bathroom.
Oh, Miss Peterson's wouldn't really want to be disturbed at this time. Can I have your address, and we will have someone bring it over to you later on?
I listen. I hate to be a fuss, but I could die without my inhaler, sir.
Go ahead and make a charm check.
start wheezing on his ass.
It is going to be a 15.
Got a 14.
Okay, it's like Mrs. Peterson has been clear about this many times before, that she's not to be disturbed.
Start wheezing, coughing.
Like I said, we can make sure we get it to you after.
Wait, hang on. I got surely one of these freaking things can do
You're
something.
supposed to get a +3 when I guess it's resisting persuasion from. So you're not resisting.
What does my cool under pressure do? I forgot. Maybe it lets me do something.
You should have had You don't have that written down.
No, I mean I have it check marked, but I got the book right here.
Spend 1 token to take a half value on a stat decision.
No, frick. Add 3 to rolls when add 3 rolls when was well, if by chance she finishes whatever she's doing in a relatively quick manner and you see her, would you please let her know that I left my inhaler and that I need to come back and get it? Because again, I could die.
Certainly. He reaches in and pulls out his wallet, and he takes out I don't know what an inhaler costs, but he takes out $30 and hands it to you. He's like, there's a pharmacy just down the street on the right. If you go there, this should cover a replacement for you.
You do realize that inhalers are prescription medications, right? You can't just go buy one.
You know what? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And
Tate,
guys,
just maybe if I just make another scene and you just go for the elevator. Just go for it. Like I could come up with something. Just go for it. Like how long would it take you to press the button and just get up there? Like I could distract him for like a minute or two, right?
Okay, sure.
Should we try it?
Yeah.
I feel like
let's go.
All right, Mikey. Let's just start roughhousing like on the other side so that he looks away from the elevators. Let's start roughhousing over there, knock over. Is there a tree or something, like a potted fake plants around?
Yeah, there's stuff you can pick up and throw.
We want to get to where he's going to turn away from that, and then we should just start kung fu. Come on, ninja fight me, Mikey, over here. I'm gonna grab Mikey and push him towards the tree. Try to knock it over or something.
Go ahead and make a brawn check. We'll say a difficulty of 7.
I got a +1. Wow, that's a 2. So I try to throw him towards the tree, and what he doesn't.
You throw him towards the tree, and he hits the tree, but it doesn't move.
Okay.
It doesn't fall down, unless he has adversary tokens that he'd like to use to assist.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw him up. I'm gonna see if I can just push it up. Make it look like an accident, but fall into it and push it over.
Oh no, I've McFallen. Oh no.
I fell over.
Am I rolling brawn too, or?
Well, if you spend the adversary tokens to get his to succeed.
Okay. How far is he from it?
He was off by 4.
I don't have enough. I've only got.
You could just use your fight or something and fight the tree and knock it over. I doubt the guy's looking at us yet, but he will be when it falls over.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're not good,
fight the tree,
sure.
Mikey.
Go ahead and make a brawn check.
Brawn. Okay. Where's my TA at? Here we go. Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
I got a 3.
Okay. You start hitting the tree, but not enough to uproot it or knock it over.
Knock the pot over.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I see the competition, I know why Tate's the cool one.
All right, now I want to go and put my shoulder at Mikey, make it look like fake push me, and I'll try to knock it over.
Okay.
So hateful.
Can I?
Okay.
Should I roll another brawn?
Is Tess going to do anything to try to draw attention to the situation, or?
I'm sorry, I was busy being baffled by their stupid.
Okay, we're 13-year-old boys. Remember it.
I say it's teenage boys,
and I'm very reckless. So, can I try to knock it over again?
Sure. Go ahead and make a brawn check.
That is a 5.
With your other horse horsing around, it's loosened up, so it starts to tilt, but it doesn't fall over.
I have one adversity token. Does a 6 make any difference?
Sure. Well, 6 will make it. As you hit it, you kind of hear a crack in one of the branches, and you see Kenny over at the door is like, hey, you two get out of here. And he kind of like starts walking over towards you guys, or towards you three.
Can I do a flight roll to sneak in?
Go ahead.
I have a +1 to this.
It'll just be a 3 because there's nobody really there.
I rolled a 1. I got a +1, and I have 1 adversity token.
Wow,
Okay.
we're rolling low today.
You're almost caught by nobody. So
I do it like Beverly Hills Ninja style. I'm like, da 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 da.
Was it Emperor's New Groove? He's tone deaf and dumb. All right. So you make it past the door.
Oh, dude, that's who the doorman is. It's Patrick Warburton. Hey, you kids, get out of here! Hey, Peter. Hey, Peter.
You make it past the door and make it over to the elevator. Hit the button and start ascending. As this is going on, Kenny makes it over towards you guys. Get out of here! You guys are damaging the property. Who are you? What's your name?
Oh no! I didn't mean to. Help us, Kenny. Help us pick up the tree, man.
You kids, beat it.
Look, we've people for that. Professionals who know how to fix what you've damaged. Just leave.
Hey,
just leave before you make things worse.
Hey,
did he make it to the elevator, or do I got to keep going?
He did. He made it to the elevator.
Is he in it?
The elevator. Yeah.
Is he in it and going up?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's. Sorry, man. Let's get out of here.
Okay.
Go wait outside for him.
Okay. So you guys flee back to your bikes.
On my way out the door, I'm like, "You got Daytona."
Okay. Tate continues to head up the elevator. You get to the 8th floor and head down to the door. Is there anything you're going to do before you knock?
Did he beat the other guy into the elevator too?
I don't want to knock.
Nope.
I just want to stick my head up to the door to listen first.
Okay. You put your head up to the door to listen, and we'll see what you hear next week.
Ah!
Seems like a good spot to end it. So
Yeah, that's a good spot.